Sometimes it takes one single moment to change everything, one heartbeat away from silence, one accident, one illness, one near-death experience, and suddenly the way you see life is never the same again. When someone comes face to face with death, the small worries vanish. The arguments, the grudges, the meaningless comparisons, they lose their weight. In that fragile moment, one truth becomes clear. Life is a gift, not a guarantee. A shocking near-death experience reminds us that we don't own time. We rent it, and every second counts. Imagine if you knew you only had one more day, one more hour, one more breath, what would matter most to you? Would it be the money in your account, the car in your driveway, or the love you gave and received? Here's the lesson. Stop waiting. Stop waiting to be happy when you get the promotion, when you lose the weight, when you buy the house. Life doesn't start later. It's happening right now. Gratitude, love, and purpose are the only currencies that matter in the end. A near-death experience shouts into our soul, wake up. Wake up to the beauty in the morning sun. Wake up to the smile of your loved ones. Wake up to the courage already inside you. Wake up to the fact that today could be your last chance to live fully. So what do we do with this revelation? We love more openly. Forgive more quickly, laugh more often, chase the dreams we've buried under fear, speak the words we've been holding back, and most importantly, we start living as if life itself is the miracle it truly is. Remember this, you don't have to nearly die to finally start living. Learn from those who walked to the edge and came back with wisdom. Don't just exist, live fiercely, live with gratitude, live with purpose. Because every breath you take is proof that you're not done yet. Today, choose life. Choose to be alive, not just breathing, but truly living. Life is fragile. It can be gone in a heartbeat, without warning, without preparation, without a second chance. A near-death experience forces us to confront this truth head-on. When you stand at the edge of existence, everything you thought was so important suddenly feels small. The deadlines, the stress, the grudges, they fade. What shines through is the undeniable reality that life is short, delicate, and unpredictable. Most of us live as if we've signed a lifetime contract with tomorrow. We push dreams into someday. We delay forgiveness until it's convenient. We postpone happiness, thinking we'll enjoy it after we hit a goal, get the house, or find the right moment. But what if that moment never comes? What if someday is just a word that keeps us trapped in waiting instead of living? The lesson from near-death is simple but profound. Stop wasting time. Time is the most precious currency you'll ever own, and once it's gone, it never returns. Think about it. Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities missed can sometimes circle back, but time, once a moment passes, it's gone forever. The question is, what are you trading your time for? Scrolling endlessly on your phone, worrying about what others think of you? Living in regret over the past, or are you trading it for something that truly matters? Love, growth, contribution, joy. When someone comes close to death, they don't say, I wish I had spent more time at the office, or I wish I had worried more. No. They say, I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. I wish I had followed my passion. I wish I had lived more boldly. These aren't regrets of money or possessions. They are regrets of time wasted on things that didn't matter. So, how do we stop wasting time? First, we must recognize the illusion of later. Later is not guaranteed. The clock is always ticking. The greatest tragedy is not death itself, but reaching the end of your life and realizing you never truly lived. Second, we must live with intention. Ask yourself daily, if this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? If the answer is no, then something must change. Living intentionally means choosing growth over comfort, love over pride, and action over hesitation. It means not waiting for the perfect moment, but creating it. It means telling people you love them now, chasing your dreams now, forgiving now, enjoying life now, because tomorrow is never promised. Life is fragile. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. If you're reading this, you've been given another day, another chance, another breath. Don't waste it. Stop putting off joy, stop delaying dreams, stop living as if you'll live forever. Because you won't. And that's exactly what makes life so valuable. So live boldly, live purposefully, live now. At the end of life, when people are lying on their deathbeds, do you know what they regret most? It's not the money they didn't make. It's not the awards they didn't win. It's not the promotions, titles, or possessions. The deepest regret people carry is neglecting the people they love. A shocking near-death experience makes this crystal clear. Relationships are the true wealth of life. Achievements can decorate your resume, but relationships decorate your soul. When everything is stripped away, it's not your bank account or your status that holds your hand, it's the people who love you. Think about it. Achievements are temporary. That gold medal, that corner office, that applause you get from strangers, eventually it fades. But the love you give and receive, that echoes forever. No one remembers you for the trophies on your shelf. They remember how you made them feel. Did you make them feel valued? Did you show up when it mattered? Did you give your time, your presence, your heart? We live in a culture that often glorifies success over connection. We chase after titles, thinking that once we arrive, we'll have time for family and friends. But too often, by the time we look back, we realize we've missed priceless moments. Birthdays, dinners, laughter, conversations. And those moments can never be bought back. A near-death experience strips away the illusion. In that fragile space between life and death, you don't think of your diploma or your paycheck. You think of faces, the people you love, the people who shaped you, the people you wish you had forgiven or told "I love you" more often. So, here's the truth. People matter more than achievements. Love outlasts applause. Memories outlast medals. Connection outlasts competition. But knowing this isn't enough. We must live it. That means putting down the phone at dinner and being present. It means telling your parents, your children, your spouse, your friends how much they mean to you, not someday, but today. It means valuing time with people more than time chasing approval. And here's something powerful. When you prioritize relationships, achievements often follow naturally. Why? Because strong connections give you energy, clarity, and purpose. Love fuels ambition in a way that empty competition never can. Success without people to share it with is hollow, but success built on love, on kindness, on contribution. That's the kind of success that fulfills you. So if you learn one lesson from those who faced death and came back, let it be this. Don't sacrifice people for progress. Don't climb the ladder so high that you forget the ones holding it steady for you. Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. At the end of the day, the measure of your life won't be what you earned, but how deeply you loved. Choose connection. Choose forgiveness. Choose presence, because when your time is up, the only achievements that truly matter will be the hearts you touched along the way. When someone comes close to losing their life, they return with a powerful new lens, gratitude. Suddenly, the small things that used to be ignored or taken for granted appear as miracles. Breathing without pain, watching a sunrise, hearing the laughter of a child, or even just being able to walk. All of it feels extraordinary. Why? Because near-death teaches a truth most people forget. Life itself is a gift, and gratitude is the key that unlocks the fullness of that gift. The problem is, most of us live on autopilot. We focus on what we lack instead of what we have. We complain about traffic, bills, or inconveniences, forgetting that millions would give anything for our problems. We wait for big victories before we allow ourselves to feel joy. But gratitude doesn't wait for perfection. Gratitude finds beauty in imperfection. It transforms the ordinary into extraordinary and turns scarcity into abundance. Think about it. What if you woke up tomorrow with only the things you were grateful for today? Would you still have your health, your family, your friends, your opportunities? Gratitude is not just about being polite, it's about shifting your focus. When you practice gratitude, you don't ignore life's challenges, but you choose to see beyond them. You begin to realize that even in struggle, there are blessings hidden in plain sight. Near-death survivors often say they no longer chase happiness in material things. They've tasted what truly matters, and they know joy comes not from possessions, but from perspective. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances, it changes you. It gives you strength in difficulty, hope in uncertainty, and peace in chaos. The amazing thing is, gratitude is a skill anyone can practice. Start small. Each morning, name 3 things you're grateful for: your breath, your home, your loved ones. When stress hits, pause and find one reason to be thankful in that moment. Over time, you'll rewire your brain to focus on blessings instead of burdens. And here's the deeper truth: gratitude doesn't just transform your life, it transforms the lives around you. When you live in gratitude, you radiate positivity, you inspire others, you make people feel appreciated, valued, and loved. Gratitude spreads like wildfire, turning relationships stronger and environments brighter. Remember this: storms will come, pain will come, but gratitude is what helps you stand tall when the winds blow hardest. It reminds you that even in darkness, there is light. Even in loss, there is something to cherish. Even in endings, there are new beginnings. So stop waiting for life to be perfect before you start appreciating it. Gratitude is not about having everything, it's about realizing you already do. Live with a grateful heart, and you'll discover a joy that no setback, no failure, no circumstance can ever take away. Because gratitude doesn't just change what you see, it changes who you become. When someone faces death, an amazing shift happens, fear disappears. The things that once seemed terrifying, failure, rejection, embarrassment, suddenly look small compared to the reality of almost losing everything. A near-death experience exposes fear for what it really is, an illusion. Think about it. Most of the things you fear aren't life-threatening. You fear speaking up in a meeting, so you stay silent. You fear chasing your dream, so you settle. You fear rejection, so you never express your heart. And yet, these fears exist only in your mind. They are shadows, not walls. They feel real, but they have no power unless you give it to them. A brush with death shatters this illusion. Because when you come that close to the end, you realize the only thing worse than failing is never trying. The only thing worse than rejection is regret. The only thing worse than living with fear is dying with what if, still echoing in your soul. Here's the truth: fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Courage, on the other hand, is what allows you to truly live. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward despite the fear. Courage is speaking when your voice shakes. Courage is trying again after failure. Courage is choosing faith over doubt, love over pride, action over hesitation. And here's something powerful: the moment you act, fear begins to shrink. Fear feeds on inaction. It grows when you avoid. But when you take a step forward, no matter how small, you break its hold. Each act of courage makes you stronger, and soon you realize fear was never the monster you imagined. It was only smoke, and your courage was the fire. Near-death survivors often come back fearless, not because they're invincible, but because they've seen what truly matters. If you can stare death in the face and survive, then what excuse do you have to not chase your passion? If you can come back from the edge, why hold back in life? So let me ask you, what dream have you buried because of fear? What conversation have you avoided? What leap have you delayed? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is an illusion? Today, choose courage. Even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if it scares you, choose courage. Because courage is the truth, and the truth is this: you are capable of more than you imagine. Fear is a lie designed to keep you small. Courage is the voice that calls you to live big. Remember this: fear whispers limitations, but courage shouts possibilities. Fear builds cages, but courage breaks chains. Fear dies in the presence of action, but courage is born in it. So step forward, chase the dream, say the words, take the risk. Live courageously, because life is too short to be lived in fear. When someone has a near-death experience, one of the first questions they ask themselves after survival is, why was I spared? Why am I still here? That question is not about chance, it's about purpose. Because deep down, we all know, if our heart is still beating, it's for a reason. Purpose is what gives meaning to life. Without it, even success feels empty. You can have all the money in the world, the biggest house, the fanciest titles. But if you wake up every day with no deeper reason for being, something inside you feels hollow. Purpose is the difference between existing and truly living. Here's the truth: purpose doesn't always look grand or glamorous. It's not always about fame or fortune. Sometimes purpose is raising your children with love, serving your community, lifting someone out of despair, or creating something that inspires others. Purpose is not measured by size. It's measured by impact. Did you leave the world a little better than you found it? Did your life make a difference? A near-death experience wakes people up to this reality. They realize that chasing trophies and titles was never the point. What mattered was the legacy of love, kindness, and contribution they left behind. Purpose outlives you. Purpose is what people remember when you're gone. And here's the beautiful thing: you don't have to wait for a crisis to discover it. Your purpose is already within you. It lives in your passions, your talents, your struggles, and even your pain. Often the things you've suffered most become the very source of your purpose, because they equip you to help others going through the same. So, how do you live with purpose? Start by asking, what do I love? What breaks my heart? What unique gift do I have that the world needs? Then, take action. Purpose isn't found in endless thinking. It's found in doing. Each step you take in service of something bigger than yourself pulls you closer to meaning. When you live with purpose, something incredible happens. Life becomes less about fear and more about fulfillment. Problems don't disappear, but they gain perspective. Hardship doesn't crush you because you know you're here for more than comfort. You're here for impact. And here's the ultimate lesson from those who have faced death. The real tragedy is not dying. It's living without purpose. Because without purpose, you may be alive, but you're not truly living. With purpose, every breath, every day, every moment carries meaning. So ask yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Don't ignore that question. Let it guide you. Because when you find your purpose and live it boldly, you will discover a life richer than you ever imagined. At the end of the day, your purpose is not just about what you achieve. It's about who you become and how you lift others along the way. That is the real meaning of life.